in the know, nonstop Vikings talk. It's Purple Daily on Score North and ScoreNorth.com. Purple Daily, presented by Surly Brewing Company.
Now it's time to go prove your worth. Prove why you belong here. Show, put forth what you've been working hard on, what you've been in the basement working on, because now it's time for it to come to light. You know what I mean? Like I talked about, you never know when your opportunity is going to be called. And Lord knows it happened to be me to get hurt.
No question.
And now
you've been saying that.
Yeah, I've been saying it.
You've been saying
it's a long season.
Patrick Peterson on his podcast. This is All Things Covered, right?
Correct.
I think that's what we call the podcast. Is he talking about Dantzler there?
Yeah.
Time to show your worth.
Yeah.
Step up your game. This is, speaking of stepping up our games, we're coming out of the bye week hot. Alex Boone yesterday was excellent. Realistic Randy. So if you missed either of those episodes, check them out. Purple Daily. The Score North app is a great central hub for everything we do. You can check us out there. This is Daily Vikings Entertainment presented by Surly Brewing Company. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. It's really that simple. And if you're watching us on the Purple Daily YouTube channel on a TCL TV, thank you for supporting, because TCL is one of the world's best-selling electronic consumer brands. New lineup of award-winning TVs delivering the most entertainment with stunning resolution at an affordable cost. Enjoy more of the things you love with TCL. Every week, people ask us, hey, when are you going to admit that you were wrong? Are you going to, is it time for Judd to admit that he was wrong? Every Wednesday, let's hit it, Declan. Write that down.
Most make predictions and then never admit they're wrong. Yeah, that's not Mackie and Judd. This is the place where we just totally own our horrible predictions.
Write this down.
And eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Write that down.
It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackie and Judd.
Yeah. Here's how it works. 3 Vikings or football-related predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. That's really the only set of rules. We keep track of completion percentage and touchdowns. And listeners, if you want to participate, just either slide into Declan Goff's DMs on Instagram or Twitter, or send us a message through the feedback tab on the Score North app, which we also take comments, questions throughout the week, and we answer them on Feedback Friday on Mackie and Judd. But are you guys ready here? Oh, by the way, we're going to get to Jonathan, our guest listener predictor here, in just a couple of minutes. Judd and Declan, you guys have been sparring for the completion percentage lead. Let's see what the week brought here. Judd, nothing came off the board for you.
Good. Terrible slump in the original Write That Down. So I'm glad that in this one, nothing is coming off the board. I'll take this as a victory.
Sort of stop the bleeding here, at least temporarily.
Gosh, just a terrible slide.
This first one, it tears my heart out. I was onto it. I said the Lions would beat the Rams outright as 15-point underdogs.
Yep. Touchdown pass right there.
Dude,
touchdown pass.
They had it. They were up. They took a 10-0 lead.
Well,
they're faking punts. They're onside kicking.
It's the Lions. I don't know what you can say they had it, but you found the receiver in the end zone, and the pass was pretty damn good, and he dropped the ball on you. He dropped the ball.
I saw the NFL very clearly I saw the Week 7 landscape very clearly there, but not clearly enough, I guess. All right, I also said at some point between the beginning of the season and Week 7, Judd would call for a new kicker to be brought in for a workout via ScoreNorth.com. In a shocking upset, I did not see such a thing.
I didn't do it. If he misses the field goal attempt against Detroit, might have done it.
Did you think about it?
Might have done it.
He had some kicker takes, but I don't know if you never came close to calling for the head.
No.
Calling for the leg.
I didn't call for the leg of Greg Joseph. I didn't come for his right leg. Hey,
Nancy Kerrigan. All right,
Wow, dude.
Why?
All right, listeners here. Lawyer Chase said, we missed this one a couple weeks ago, but he said the Vikings at some point this season would win 2 games in a row, and at some other point in the season they would also lose 2 games in a row, and he was correct on that. And Declan, you had nothing come off the board.
Oh, wow.
This
Dang
week.
it. Huh.
So a very light week in the accountability session.
Surprising.
And so with that, Declan's sitting at 37% completions and 5 touchdowns. Judd's at 34%, tied with listeners. Judd has only 1 touchdown. Listeners have 7.
I got to throw the ball more.
And I'm at 27% completions with 5. I haven't had a touchdown in like 6 months, though. I had 5 right out of the gate. And I've just been slumping here. But, Judd, what's up with one touchdown?
Yeah, I got to drive the ball down the field more. I'm
Come
not
on.
driving it down. You know what? I am
Swing the ball
Alex
down.
Smith. I am. Right now, I'm checking it down. I'm being careful, not throwing a ton of picks, feeling pretty good about that. But, yeah, I am gutless.
Okay.
I think it's fair to say
Even
that.
Brady Quinn threw, bombs
No,
out.
I'm gutless right
bounds
now.
every
No,
once in a
I am
while,
going through. Listen, I'm going through a write that down time of self-reflection. And I'm going to say right now, I'm a little bit shook.
Did you guys know Brady Quinn shaves his whole body?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I did not.
I stood next to him one time when he was in town. I don't know why. Like, he was taking batting practice with the Twins when I covered the Twins like 8-10 years ago.
Okay.
And like I had heard, like, yeah, Brady Quinn, like he's like a swimmer. He shaves his whole body.
I think you must have told me.
I stood next to him at batting practice, and I can confirm. I can't confirm the whole thing, but I can definitely.
Howie Mandel, same thing.
Really?
That one doesn't shock me.
It would take a long time.
What's the upside to it?
He's just so bald that doesn't shock me.
But what's the upside to it?
You swim faster.
No, but if you're not a swimmer, what's the upside to it?
I don't know.
Like, is it somehow more sanitary?
We're having some really fun side conversations.
No,
on
I
our
mean, it's
shows.
a good question.
Let's get our guest list. Speaking of guys who shave their bodies, guest listener predictor Jonathan here on Purple Daily.
Dalvin Cook, baby.
Rocket. You've already told us off mic you're very nervous for this Sunday night game against the Cowboys. So give us your thoughts. Let us be your therapist here. What are you nervous about?
See, I've been a Vikings fan since my first game I remember watching was Dante in 2000. He's the one that got me in love with Vikings football.
Yeah.
Seeing him throw to Moss and Carter. The Vikings scare me. Like, they're consistent on being inconsistent. They have bad years, they have good years. Like, is this going to be a good year or is this going to be a bad year?
Yeah.
Like,
we find out starting this Sunday night. This Sunday night. Are the Vikings a fraud or will they jump into contention? Chris Collinsworth slides in smoothly to tell you on Sunday Night Football.
Chris Collinsworth will rip nobody in the course of this broadcast and praise everybody no matter how badly they play.
So here's how this works. We're going to start with Jonathan. We're going to go to Judd, back to Declan, back to me. 3 trips around the room. They must be football-related predictions or predictions about the show, and they must be quantifiable in some way. Jonathan, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, you've got the first throw here.
Write this down.
All right, so this is a player that I've been interested to see, but he got hurt in preseason. Kene Nwangu, write this down. Kene Nwangu will play in one of the next 3 games.
All right. All right.
Offensively, not just special teams. He will run the ball. At least one of the 3 next games.
So you're saying he will run the ball?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll have a rushing attempt.
I don't want to have a situation like the Christian Darrisaw special
teams
situation.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That would be
Good
unfortunate.
job, Jonathan. Good job, Jonathan. No one's going to
Okay, so what? Okay. All right,
can
I throw out one question off that prediction? What if it's a kick return?
Ooh, a kick return for a TD?
Well, a TD would be amazing, but like if he just returns a kick, let's give you that, a rushing attempt or a return of some
return a kick.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want what I don't want to happen here, Jonathan, is for like the only snap, quote unquote, that he gets is a kick return, but you went on the record and said a rushing attempt, and then you get screwed.
Write this down.
It's nice when people look out for you, John.
I wish I had gotten this type of help from my co-hosts when
Really
I
I'm not here. Listen, you guys are veteran predictors. Okay, there's no excuses for you.
Yeah.
When listeners come on and they're making their first predictions, I'm not going to just screw the listeners.
It's a cutthroat league. What are you talking about?
Cutthroat league.
A cutthroat league. It's predictions, Judd.
Cutthroat league. This is the big leagues of predictions. It's in the open.
This is the big leagues
don't
of predictions.
come up, and then we're like, let's cut the rookies some slack. This is all about hazing.
No. Okay, all right. You want to know? So you're the guy that like rips young quarterbacks, Justin Fields for being garbage. All right, don't be Matt Nagy. put your young quarterback in a position to win here. That's what I'm doing.
No, I'm the veteran teammate, barely hanging on by a thread, and I don't want some kid to take my job. I'm not the coach.
I see.
I'm not the coach.
All right, Judd, your first prediction here.
All right. I'll make this as simple as possible. As afraid as everybody is about Sunday night, just very simply, the Vikings will beat the Cowboys.
Wow.
The Vikings are going to beat the Cowboys on Sunday night.
Where would that rank among Mike Zimmer's biggest regular season wins?
Well, I mean, they beat Dallas in Dallas on Sunday night. Was that 2-3 years ago?
This is a better Dallas team, though.
That was a nice win. Yeah. I definitely agree.
Too.
But I'm trying to think of where it
a couple
would
wins
rank.
against the Packers for sure.
But
there's not.
Game.
But
He only has 17 wins against above 500 teams,
Yeah.
so there's not that many.
But this game's at home. Win the game. Like people are afraid for good reason, and I understand that. But this should not be a game where you're like, oh my God, they won. I can't believe it. And it feels like it's trending towards that. This should be a game that if you're a good team at home, you win prime time.
Yep, go get
Do
it.
Write this down.
Agreed. All right, Declan Goff.
All right, my first prediction. Write this down. I'm going to add on from Judd's first prediction. The Vikings will beat the Cowboys, and there will be another mention of "you like that," either on the Sunday Night Football broadcast or that surfaces after the game.
You like that?
So this is kind of a
I love this
parlay
this is a great
because number one, I'm just going to say the Vikings beat the Cowboys. So that's the first thing. And there will be a mention of "you like that" either during the game from a previous "you like that" or a new "you like that" will surface from after this game.
So if Collinsworth talks about it and says it, that qualifies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. I thought. Okay, wait a second. You're saying. Wait a second. I thought you meant just Kirk, like originating from like a new Kirk variation. You're saying if anyone mentions "you like that"?
So I want the Kirk "you like that" to be brought up either during the game from a previous "you like that" moment.
Okay.
But I'm also leaving the door open for a new "you like that" moment.
Okay. So if
yeah.
Chris Collinsworth mentions to Al Michaels, hey, like Kirk Cousins makes a big throw, and Cousins turns to Al Michaels and goes, hey, Al, you like that? You like that?
Right.
That
Right.
counts?
That would count.
Okay.
Any mention.
That would count, and the Vikings beat the Cowboys.
Points, man. You gave us a chance at the end, but I got 3 words for you. You like that?
All right.
You like how that tastes?
You like
That. You like
Right.
that?
The power of 3 words. You like that.
Yep.
It is, dude. He
Damn
needs
right.
to. If he hasn't trademarked it already, I don't know.
I
what
think
he's
he might have
waiting for.
attempted to trademark it.
Okay.
Got to.
It's his thing. It's definitely his thing. All right, write this down. The Vikings, I'm going to go a little bit of a different path here, all right? The Vikings will have a double-digit lead at some point against the Cowboys.
Ooh.
A double-digit lead.
Will they almost blow it?
I don't know.
Wow.
That's not part of my prediction. I'm just telling you the
Off
Vikings
record,
will have
they
a
almost
double.
blow it?
I don't think so. If they take one, I don't think so.
Okay.
The Cowboys are damn good though. Like they fight back. That game against New England, like they just claw and fight. I feel like Mike McCarthy might have some boneheaded clock management situation. He's always good for at least one a game. But the Vikings will have a double-digit lead against the Cowboys.
Write this down.
All right, Jonathan, your second prediction.
All right. So this is an expectation, but it should be higher. Write this down. Vikings will be the 7th seed in the playoffs. They will make the playoffs as the 7th seed.
And so right now, because I think they play Tampa right now, if the playoffs
I
start
believe
today.
so.
Bring it on, baby. Bring on Tom Brady.
I like that. I like it.
44-year-old ass.
Man, Tom Brady ages like wine, though. Like he just seems to play better as he gets older. Like I don't
Benjamin
get it.
Button. He's going
Yeah, man.
backwards. He's
Me
not.
and Tom Brady.
He's younger now than he was as a rookie.
Dude, he's not that far apart. Like Judd and Tom Brady are like 7 years apart now.
Well, look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre looks like he's 60. I look like I'm 55-ish. Brady, yeah, look at this.
This is Tom
Look at
Brady in
this.
like 5
Look
years
at
right
this.
here.
But here's the thing. I mean, Brady's getting younger. But I'm losing weight too, so.
But Judd,
oh,
you're getting younger by losing weight at what is it, Libya?
Yeah, Judd,
Livia-
tell us about
Look
it.
at that.
Livia Weight Control
Wow.
Centers. What a perfect segue. This is, you know what? Our guests are great. They come on
Nice
the
job,
show
Jonathan.
and they team me
Unreal,
up
dude.
to talk about my friends Livia, weight control centers. I am down just about 15 pounds. Go get weighed tomorrow.
Awesome.
I'm feeling great. I'm sleeping great. And I think that if you watch the show on YouTube, you can see it in my face that I am losing weight. I'm going to get down to 200 pounds. I'm at about 225 right now. And the best part about it is I can keep the weight off because Livia has a plan to do exactly that. And now it's your turn. First 10 weeks, limited time offer. First 10 weeks free. That's right. First 10 weeks are free. Livia.com or 855-GO-LIVIA. That's 855-GO-LIVEA. Livia.com. Thank you again for teeing me up for that.
That's awesome. Awesome. Also, hey, Moon Motorsports in Monticello. That's my old stomping grounds. I went to Buffalo High School, and we used to get our butts kicked by Monticello in sporting events. 94, about 25 minutes west of the Twin Cities, Moon Motorsports has more major power sports brands under one roof than any other regional dealer. We're talking about Polaris, BMW. In fact, the new BMW, we're talking R18 Heritage Cruisers. Models range from, Judd's going to like this, naked cruisers all the way to the full-dress Tourers. The engine is distinct with its huge 1,800cc boxer motor. So check them out, moonmotorsports.com, or just stop in off 94 in Monticello. All right.
You like that? You like that?
All right, are we back to Judd now? That was a
Yes,
great
Dudley.
handoff by Jonathan there.
Yeah,
Jonathan,
Right there.
Hey,
Silent
gotta hand it off to the veteran, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, and I am the veteran. That's very true. For
my job's in jeopardy. I'm so screwed.
well, I mean, we got
Over the
Ross
last week.
Brendel
Over the
last
last
week was
week. Yeah,
fantastic.
now we got Jonathan.
now.
Well, I watch you guys all the time. Write that down as my favorite, but I love the vent lines. That's where all the drama comes
Attaboy.
out.
Oh
Dude,
God,
awesome,
yeah.
man. Sounds like Alex Boone might be joining us on Ventline on Sunday. So
Oh
get
my
ready for
God,
that.
Alex Boone on vent line. Ugh,
It's gonna be
I'm
off
waiting
the
for
charts.
that.
Just biting people's heads off. All right, Judd, your second prediction.
All right, Dak Prescott either won't start or won't complete Sunday's game. So
Whoa.
Dak Prescott either won't start or won't complete Sunday's game. Off the record, I think he'll start. Off the record or on the record, I don't think he'll finish it.
Okay. Interesting. We'll see. See what happens there.
So if he leaves the game,
Then
but
I'm-
then comes back, that this wouldn't count.
No, he's got to not finish.
Not
He's got to
complete.
fit like the last snap by a Dallas Cowboys
Right. So
quarterback.
I'm not saying
on
like
offense.
comes out for 2 snaps. Exactly right. So he
Okay.
won't. So he
Got it.
either just period flat out doesn't start, or at the very least he doesn't complete. But yes, if he comes out for 2 snaps and goes back in, I don't get this.
Got it.
Write this
Okay.
down.
All right, Declan.
All right, I will do also a Dak Prescott prediction kind of here. I will say, write this down. Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook will combine for more yards than Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the yardage totals of Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook.
Do we count the quarterback rushing
Yep.
yards here too?
Yep,
Okay.
all
So
yards,
rushing,
all-purpose
passing
yards.
for Kirk.
Every
okay.
yard, all total
Ugh.
yards. Those
And-
two will
gotcha.
have more combined yards than Dak and Ezekiel Elliott's combined total yards.
I like it.
I'm going for
Write
touchdowns.
this down.
All right. I don't know if that's a touchdown. That's not a touchdown.
I would say
Pretty
it's
spec-
touchdown.
it's
That's a little
pretty
parlay.
specific. It's pretty specific.
Why is it? Why? That's not a touchdown. You're
Dak,
saying
Dak averages a bunch of more yards,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm saying, yeah, Dak Prescott's been awesome this year.
so has Kirk Cousins,
Well,
and
yeah,
so
but
has
like,
Dalvin Cook when he's healthy.
Well, because he was specific saying that Dak Prescott will have more. He'll have rushing and passing.
all
He's saying
total yards.
I'm saying
Total yards.
I don't care how specific it was. I'm saying like the likelihood of this happening is not a touchdown pass.
I mean, it's likely to
You're
happen.
saying you guys would be shocked if
like
Kirk outdueled
Oh,
Dak
I'm-
Prescott in this game?
I
It's not a
wouldn't.
shock.
This sounds tongue in cheeky now from you. Sounds
Kirk,
like me and tongue in
Kirk
cheek.
Cousins
What?
should
Nuts?
outgun Dak Prescott.
I got
It's
my
a home
popcorn.
game for Kirk Cousins.
Dak has had two 400 plus throwing
I got
passing
my
yard
popcorn
games
for
already
this.
this season.
Go fight.
All right.
Fight.
I'll back off. Judd, you got to pick a
Judd.
side here, though. You need the committee.
Oh, it's not a touchdown.
Yeah, of course it's not.
But I mean, who cares? I want the fight.
Absurd.
Sorry, Dex. I tried.
Okay, all right. All right. Informal poll of the YouTube comments and social media. Like, we'll just take a temperature. Should this prediction be a touchdown caliber prediction for Declan? Let us know.
Oh,
I mean, it's a good prediction. I'm just saying.
That was
Let's not
awesome.
Write this down.
let's not stretch ourselves here. All right, write this down. All right, you tell me. Is this a home? Is this a touchdown?
I'm sure Declan's going to side with you on this.
Well,
now.
like it's not like if you said that Geno Smith will outduel Dak Prescott. All right.
I'm not arguing with you.
By the way, Zeke Elliott splits carries.
Yeah.
They have two running backs.
I said not touchdown.
Zeke is a lot of total.
Yeah, that's something that the Vikings should take note of. Split
Zeke
it.
gets more total
Madison's pretty good too.
Wait, Hold on. So play them both? That's not possible. That's against league rules.
Yeah, Vikings rules. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, write this down. The Vikings will find a way to go at least 3-1 over their next 4 games. I am raising the expectations, raising the bar for this team.
Interesting.
If you want to do great things,
Touchdown.
3-1 over the next 4 games, or 4-0, or whatever a tie would be. They're going to be at least 3-1 over the next 4 games. Is what
That's very good.
trying to predict here.
Write this down.
All right. Back to Jonathan. Your final prediction.
All right. So I hate the Packers, and I live with a Packers fan. My sister is a Packers fan, and she likes to rub it in my face every time they win. So write this down. The Vikings will wipe out the Packers this season. They will beat the Packers both home and away.
Wow.
Nice, man.
That
we got
is a touchdown
to.
pass.
We got to beat them both this year to prove to ourselves that we are this good of a team.
That's
I like it, man.
That's big, man.
That's for sure a touchdown.
because LaFleur's
That
been
happens.
great against the division since he.
And
got
exactly, see, that's the thing is that the Packers and Bears are known to have a rivalry, but we are together. Like our states are right next to each other.
You want in?
We should be the rivalry, not the
I like the
Packers and the
passion.
Bears.
I like the passion.
Attaboy.
Yep. All right, Jonathan, great work here representing. Since you've got this platform now on Purple Daily, this life-changing moment here, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that brought you here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my parents. They got me into Vikings. First game that they told me that I watched was the '98 game where
Damn.
Gary Anderson missed the kick. That was my
Nice.
introduction to the
Oh
Vikings.
my God, you poor
How about
man.
that?
Yeah, yeah. But I'd like to thank them. They deal with me talking Vikings every single day because I love talking Vikings. And then
Awesome.
I also gotta thank my girlfriend. She lives in Pennsylvania. She's an Eagles fan. I went to Philadelphia in decked out Vikings gear.
Oh God.
Ooh,
Oh,
you
dude,
do
did
not
you-
want to
wow.
know how many looks I got.
Well, did you have any full beer cans being thrown at your head?
No, not full beer cans, but my girlfriend was like, "You might want to just
Not
chill
do that.
out a little bit on that." And I'm like, I gotta rep them. Like, if I'm gonna die, I might as well die a
You
Vikings
didn't go to a
fan
game
in
like
Philly,
that, though,
right?
Like, did you go there, or did you actually go to a game dressed
No,
up?
I just went to
Okay.
Philly. I toured around. I got a
Okay.
tour around Philly for my girlfriend.
Never ever go to an Eagles game dressed in the opposing team's jersey.
Ah.
They will beat you up.
Oh, I know.
Okay. I'm serious. Don't ever do it.
Awesome, man. Well, Jonathan, great work. Awesome predictions. Appreciate you coming on. Good luck to you. We'll get you on again sometime, all right?
All right, see you later, guys.
All right,
Thank
there
you.
it is. By the way, just doing some number crunching here.
Today's
right?
show. I love this
So
show
Dak
far.
Prescott is averaging on the
Yeah, I'm
season
actually doing the
here,
math as well right now.
302
Oh, yeah,
yards,
I love this. Hold on.
302 passing yards per game
All right,
to Kirk's
so-
295. And
So-
Dalvin is averaging 92 yards per game
Mm.
to Zeke's 87. So they're basically break even as a pair. Now, if you want to throw in Zeke Elliott
Oh,
is
no.
averaging
That's good.
17 receiving yards per game, and Dalvin's at 18
Right.
receiving yards per game, then actually the Vikings look like they might have the advantage in the yards per game over the Cowboys between those players.
So
Right.
far, I did a quick addition. Dak total yards and Zeke's total yards, they've accounted for 2,500 total yards this season.
Well,
Well,
no,
I
but,
don't-
but they've played. Haven't they played an extra game? No, they both had a bye. Okay.
Nope, they both had a bye. I'll do the rest of the math later while I do my job. All right, Judd, your next prediction.
All right, back to Judd. Do your job.
My next prediction is very simple. While Phil and Dex fight, I'm going to drink my favorite IPA, Surly Furious,
Thank you.
because I've got my popcorn and I've got my Furious and my Surly beers, because there's nothing better than dissension on your show about a prediction that somebody thinks is a touchdown pass and the other two people think it's not. Surly, it is Minnesota's favorite IPA. It is the best IPA. I contend 5-state area. Forget that. The world, Surly, furious. Pick it up for Vikings Cowboys. Enjoy for the weekend.
The world. All right, Norm Macdonald.
Write this down.
All right. Jamar Chase will be named the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, becoming the first wide receiver, just for context, to win the award since OBJ in 2014 and only the third since 2009 when Percy Harvin did. So to write that down, as Jamar Chase will be named the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year.
All righty.
It's rare for it to go to a wide receiver.
All right, Declan, still working on the math and your final prediction.
I can do both. My final prediction, I will say that Harrison Smith will have his first INT of the season this Sunday against the Cowboys. No picks yet for Harry the Hitman. People have been in our YouTube comments section have been wondering, when is Harrison Smith going to come up with the big classic patented Harrison Smith play? I'll say he'll get his first INT this Sunday against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
Love it. Love it. Did you finish the math?
Yes, I'm doing it right now. So, yeah, the Cowboys, both Dak and Ezekiel Elliott, have accounted for 300 more total all-purpose yards than Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook this season.
So 300.
So it was
divided by 6. Dalvin missed a game in there too, so you got to keep that in mind.
I love this.
So 50 extra yards per game,
this.
accounting also for the fact that the Dalvin actually has missed 2 games. Dalvin's missed 2 games, right?
Yeah. So
advantage Vikings.
Right.
In this, I almost think if you flipped it around, it would be all right.
We don't need to litigate this anymore. It's not a touchdown pass.
Okay,
all right. It's not a touchdown. That's fine. It's not a touchdown.
It's a solid prediction.
But that's why we need the committee. Like,
it's not a touchdown. Right, but I wanted you two to fight more, and I was enjoying it, so I stayed out. But it's
all
not
you
a
had to do
touchdown.
was come in and say that 10 minutes ago.
I know, but I didn't want to.
You didn't want to do that.
I had my
You did not want
popcorn,
to do that.
my Surly Furious IPA, and I was enjoying the debate.
I love it.
Hey, look, it was far more intriguing than Phil's ESPN files atop.
We've had a
the NHL's not up here. What the hell's wrong? No, Declan. No, it is. It's here.
It's here. All right. Final prediction. Write this down. So right now, I believe the Cardinals are favored over the Packers on Thursday Night Football by 6 in most sports books.
Mm-hmm.
Screw that. The Packers have like 3 stinkers every year. They already had one in week 1 where they just wilt. Or they get down early and they just don't fight back, and then Rodgers tells everyone to relax. Write this down. The Cardinals will beat the Packers by at least 14 points on Thursday night.
I think you might be. I think you might be right at this rate.
I was gonna make 10 on Mackie and Judd. 14. That is a touchdown.
Let's get it, baby. I'm throwing the ball down the field here.
Because is the spread 8 points, 8.5? I think Cardinals are favored. It's the last time I saw.
It's definitely I want to say I saw 6.5, but it's in that ballpark. Okay. I'm basically saying they're going to win by at least twice that much.
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
So there we go.
Write this down.
Those are. Judd, do you have any thoughts or comments?
Any thoughts on that,
or anything to plug?
No.
All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I've lost weight. I feel great.
All right. Yeah, it's enough.
Livia Weight Control Centers. I'm urging you to go get your beers for the weekend because Livia doesn't make you stop living your life. It doesn't make you stop. Well, you two guys, I mean, you're fighting, you're debating your ESPN tabs. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Dude. All right.
It's my job to derail this show. Or Royce's.
All right, in responsible fashion, I'm going to bring the show back to the rails here because every Wednesday after Write That Down, we go around the room. It's Purple Positivity Wednesday here. What is the nicest thing you can say about the 3-3 Minnesota Vikings heading into Week 8? Judd.
Should I go first?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Or Declan?
No, Declan, go ahead.
Declan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start. Declan, go.
Go ahead,
I'll go. Purple positivity. Everyone doubted the offensive line this season, okay? Well, this note from Vikings PR. So you know this is positive, okay? The Vikings offensive line has produced its lowest sack percentage of all time throughout the first 6 games of a season, dating back to 1970. The offensive line has only given up 9 sacks through 6 games, which is tied for the lowest in team history. Never a doubt with this offensive line, okay? And Kirk, he's doing a great job slinging it around and making it easier. I know that line has some holding penalties, and that's a different topic for Purple Positivity. But they're protecting him. Kirk's not taking the sacks. The offensive line deserves credit. Purple Positivity.
Remember the mantra this offseason? Judd coined it, no excuses. No excuses, right? Well, but like this guy over here got hurt. Like, that's football. No excuses. You got your coach for 8 years, all your systems, same offensive system for basically 3 years, even though you've had different coordinators, same quarterback, weapons. Now the offensive line, while not the best in the NFL, is much better. And Declan just laid the numbers out there. So this all kind of fits with the no excuses mantra that was laid out on this show several months ago. So don't be afraid of the Cowboys. Cowboys haven't done anything. It's been 25 years since they've been
and they're coming
relevant,
to
for God's sake.
coming to your stadium for a primetime game. Your time to shine, not theirs.
Amen. Amen to that.
Knock them down.
All right, Judd.
Put your foot on their throat. You know what? Because it's a bye week, I'm going to go with a Purple Positivity that actually looks way out to 2022 and give you this bit of hope for the future. This team at some point in time, either late this year or more likely next year, is going to get Irv Smith Jr. back. Your weapons are going to include at that point Dalvin Cook, Madison, Jefferson, Thielen, Osborne, Kirk, I think still, and Irv Smith, who is basically a wide receiver masquerading as a tight end. Like, when we're talking about the potential for guys to make plays in this offense, when Irv Smith comes back at some point in time, think about what this team looks like weapons-wise. And to Dex's point, if the offensive line just holds up, like, it doesn't have to be a Hall of Fame line. If it just holds up, if it's solid, your offense, it's not just, well, it's sort of good. It's damn good. It's already good. So offensively, I would just remind people, you should not be running second fiddle to teams and being like, well, I hope we can do this, or I hope our defense comes through, because these are as much as he might not like it, these are no longer Mike Zimmer's Vikings. This is a new team that has offensive weapons that they're only going to grow more from. That is really positive. And I don't think we're focused on how deadly this offense can be and eventually is going to become, because Irv Smith is going to make it that much more difficult to defend guys. Yeah.
It is a dangerous thought, and it's also kind of guys get hurt. Every team in the NFL deals with injuries every single season. And so, like, the Vikings were going to lose somebody. It happened to be Irv Smith. But when you think about what would this offense look like with Irv Smith right now and KJ Osborne playing the way that he has,
I don't think, in fairness, I don't think Osborne shows us what he does if Irv Smith is playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now it's another potential wrinkle.
Yeah. I got one for you guys here. I'm gonna use Football Outsiders, which is one of, I think, the best sort of analytical and contextual sites. You know, they kind of throw like total yardage out the window and record, and they go and they look at your process. How meaningful are the yards that you're gaining and allowing? How great are you in high leverage situations, third downs, and things like that? And the Vikings have been really good on third down. And Football Outsiders has the Vikings as the 12th best team in the NFL. But they say that the Vikings are really a 4-2 team. So they've got the Vikings basically with the same record. So in terms of how many wins should they have right now? Same record as Buffalo, same record as Green Bay, same record as Cincinnati in terms of their expected wins right now. That those are 4-win teams. And they also have the Vikings as the 6th best defense in the NFL according to their DVOA system, which does account for strength of schedule too. So we might sit there and say, well, it's the Lions, or it's Sam Darnold, right? But what Football Outsiders is saying, yeah, despite playing bad teams and bad quarterbacks, that defense is coming around big time in the last few weeks. So they got the Vikings defense rated 6th and the Vikings offense rated 12th. But I think that offense could jump if they do some more things there. Well, the defense, you think about the defense, I mean, like they had a blip against Carolina toward the end, but they've been pretty locked down since the second half of that Saints game, or Seahawks game. And the Seahawks did have Russell Wilson. So It's a nice job. Dallas will be your biggest test so far.
Right, you're
going to
get tested. Absolutely.
So we'll find
Absolutely.
out. But they've got the Vikings like in playoff position as a really good team. See if they can get to the next level. And I like it. I agree. I think I agree with this.
Yeah.
I think this team can make a playoff run if you flip those things exactly. So, like, if the offense is 5th or 6th and the defense is like 10 through 12, I don't like their odds of making a playoff run as that's currently constructed. I like their odds. And the thing to me is I don't see any reason why the offense can't spike upwards by quite a bit. Like, there's really not.
Well, they did spike upwards against Carolina with 571
Absolutely
total yards. Playoff picture right now, and we'll do a lot more of this stuff in Purple Props this weekend.
Nice.
But in the NFC, so the Vikings are the 7 seed. New Orleans with the win gets to 4-2, so they're the 6 seed. The teams the Vikings are fighting with right now. So let's just say they're fighting for the 7 seed. They're a game behind the Saints. They're tied with the Falcons record-wise. I think they're better than the Falcons. They're a half game up on the Bears. I don't think the Bears are going to look that bad all season, but like that is not a good team.
Nope.
They're a half game up on the Panthers. They're a game up on the Niners. I don't look at this, especially since the Seahawks just lost and they're 2-5. When Russell Wilson comes back, they're going to make a run, but they might be too far buried. So I just like the teams that are behind the Vikings. The Vikings are clearly the best team of this bunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fighting for the 7 seed. So I'm more looking at the teams above the Vikings. Now you're going to get those tests. How good are you really? And you'll start to find out this weekend.
Big Cat from Barstool ranked all the 3-win teams in the NFL. So there's 9 teams with exactly 3 wins. He has the Vikings number 1 on his list of the 3-win teams.
You damn right.
Yeah.
They should be.
Who are the other options here? So it's Cleveland. Is it? No, it's Pittsburgh's a 3 just 3-win teams. Is that what you're
Yep, just exactly teams that have 3 wins. So you went Vikings, Colts, Patriots, Steelers, Falcons, Bears, Chiefs, Broncos, Panthers.
Oh, he's got the Chiefs way down there. That's kind of funny.
The Chiefs' defense is so damn bad.
It's horrible.
But I have a weird feeling that there's going to be a rebound
It's a
there.
sleeping giant, yeah.
It might not be great, but there's going to be. They're not. I don't think they're dead, although right now they look it.
Yeah. And if the playoffs started today, Vikings, Buccaneers, some prime time slot, I'm sure. God, that would be fun.
You know, with 7 seeds now, there is no reason why the Vikings just shouldn't be an assumed playoff team almost every year.
Agreed.
Like almost every year. And then the question is, how far can you go?
Dude, there's only, I'm trying to think here, 16 teams. It's
Right.
kind of getting to the point where the NBA and NHL are at, where it's like mathematically you should just be getting in.
And the Vikings are always competitive for the most part. They're almost always competitive. So at the very worst, you're a 7th seed. Make something happen. It's not ideal, but you know, make something happen.
These purple positivity nuggets presented by our friends at Federated Mutual Insurance Company. Think about how solid is your business's fire prevention plan, for instance. Are your electrical systems up to date, in working order? Do you have a plan in place with employees? Federated is here to help keep your business and employees safe. Go to federatedinsurance.com and click on Risk Management Corner for great resources on fire prevention and other risks that could affect your business. At Federated, it's our business to protect yours.
You like that? You like that?
All right, write that down. Accountability, purple positivity, and then tomorrow, state of the Vikings offense going into the quote-unquote second act of the season. I am so excited for this game on Sunday. Oh, my God.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, folks.
No, embrace it. This is great.
Randy,
it's spooky.
afraid. People afraid. Don't be afraid. Embrace the pressure because there are no excuses in 2021.
Yep. No excuses. Purple Daily. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl. Stop making excuses. Let's go eat those W's.